when I went back to my doctor and she listened to my chest, she said, well, it's, when it comes back, you call me, and I just said, it's not going to come back. I mean, it's never going to come back. It's healed. I'd had a lifelong heart murmur and since childhood, and after the age of 50, it seemed to was really aggravated by things like if I had a couple glasses of wine, my heart arrhythmia would just go crazy. Posturally, when I laid down, every time I laid down or got up, it would skip beats and it was just all over the place. And I had talked to my doctor about it, and she had recommended that I get a halter, go through the testing, I'd possibly need medicine or a pacemaker, and they were monitoring it. Of course, I didn't really want to go that route. The first week-long that I attended was in Orlando in 2022, and I hadn't applied to be a healee, although at the time my heart was deteriorating a bit. What happened to me that day when we did this healing was extraordinary. I wasn't anticipating anything really. I went in just very, very humbled and honored by Dr. Joe's words about the person in front of me. I get emotional when I talk about it, really. How much love I felt in the room, and and just that I was praying in my heart to let me help this person. And when I turned my hands out, pain came right through my right hand, up my arm and into my chest, and it was excruciating. It almost made me scream. In my head, I was arguing, say something, you're having a heart attack, like you're gonna die here. And the other voice in my head was just telling me to hold the line. And it went on the entire time. I was in this mad struggle with this excruciating pain in my chest. And when I put my hands down, when it ended, everyone was sort of in this blissful state of joy, and I was soaked with sweat, and I was going to vomit, like how much pain it was. And so I didn't really realize what had happened. I found someone, like a medic, to take my blood pressure to make sure that I hadn't had a heart attack. They were just assuring me it's just the energy moving through you. And I noted when I laid down that night in the hotel that my heart didn't skip beats, but it had felt like like an elephant had been standing on my chest. When I went home the next week, it became very quickly apparent that my heart didn't skip beats anymore. My heart rhythm was so regular and so reliable, something I had never known. Before that event, I had to pull over driving on occasion because it would go off for 20 or 30 seconds. And it has not missed a beat since that Orlando trip. It's absolutely miraculous. When I went back to my doctor and she listened to my chest, she said, well, it's, when it comes back, you call me, and I just said, it's not going to come back. I mean, it's never going to come back. It's healed. I had so much love for the room, for being there, just so much gratitude for being able to have the opportunity to sit there. It was so amazing to see so much love and so much support for another human being. And that is in the sense of what it is truly to give and then to receive. It's just to be open. And when you turn your hands out, anything is possible and anything could happen, like it did to me.